Megan Griffey, also Artemis Conduct.
I'm Green Eggs and Wham.
My derby name is Scarlet O Snap.
I go by Aurora Borealis on the track.
So can you tell me about how you got involved with derby and what your sort of origin story is?
I hadn't really roller skated since I was 12.
Right.
And then I have a friend that I used to live in St. Louis, and I had a friend that lived there, and she told me that she had heard about it in St. Louis. She said, Megan, this sounds like something that would be right up your alley.
Well, I used to skate as a child, going to the local rink, and then in my job where I work as a college advisor, one of my students was in derby and got me into it.
I started off as a volunteer, and then it took me about 2 years to get through the training process. I just completed my first full season last year with the Whips.
For people who may not be so familiar, can you give me like a really quick basic rundown of the rules?
Okay, so the rules are there's track, and there's 2 teams on the track at one time, 5 on each team. 4 and 4 line up as the blockers, and they're basically in charge of getting their jammer through or holding the opposing jammer. So they're playing offense and defense. Then there's 2 skaters that start behind them, 30 feet behind them on the jammer line, and they have the stars on their helmets, and they're the jammers. What they need to do, their mission is to get through the packs cleanly and legally. And the first one through is called lead jammer. So she basically controls how long that jam will last. The maximum amount it can go is 2 minutes, but the lead jammer can call it off at any time by touching her hips 4 times. Once they get through the first time, on their next pass, any opposing blocker that they pass, they get a point. Well, this kind of happened last season where the scrum starts, which are basically, there's the 2 lines on the track where when we start the jam. There's the pivot line and then there's the jammer line, and they're 30 feet apart. Lately, both teams have been lining up directly on the jammer line. So we're now all starting in basically a big huddle. Okay. So it's a lot more chaos, and the jammers basically just have to pummel their way through.
We're just cruising right by that.
Are there any kind of strategies that come into play that are specific to that role?
So there's lots of different strategies that different teams play. Some teams will play all defense and leave it to their jammer to defend for themselves and just bear their own offense. That's not always the best. Some teams will play where you do 2 skaters as a pair, or just going to try and play defense, and 2 skaters are going to try and play offense. And things switch pretty much nonstop.
And I guess in terms of the future, where would you like to see derby in 10 years?
I mean, I would love to see it in the Olympics. I think that would be awesome. I don't know if we're quite there yet.
I like the fact that it's skater run and operated. I like the fact that you can kind of do whatever and make this the sport that we want it to be. I think you would lose that a little bit if you went the professional or Olympic route.
Right now, derby is a slower game than it used to be, and I would like to see it go back to more of the skating. I think it's a little bit more elegant and challenging. Right now, we're doing scrum starts. We're a little bit more rugby-like, but it changes all the time. So I guess in the Olympics, going fast.
Derby is at a turning point, and I think we're at a point where we need to start thinking critically about whether we want this to continue to be sort of a grassroots endeavor, because I think there's going to be more commercial interest, and so people need to start thinking about whether they want to continue have it be skater owned and skater run, or have these corporate interests come in.
Right. Actually, we're going to be seeing a wedding at halftime?
Yes.
That's really exciting.
Yes, and those are my teammate getting married. Which is awesome.
That was great. And I also liked how the mayor had something nice to say about it as well.
I am absolutely proud to be the mayor of a city. I was chairman of the council when we passed the bill to approve marriage equality here in the District of Columbia.
So yes, so congratulations to your team.
Thank you. We're so excited for them, and it's been nice to watch them grow in derby and in love. So it's been really sweet. Derby is such a wonderful sport, and that so many ladies from different backgrounds and ages and sizes can come together and play this game. We make friends across the country. It's a tight-knit family. We might be, traveling somewhere for work, and we'll see a derby logo on someone's jacket and instantly introduce ourselves, and we're part of the same derby family. So it's pretty awesome.
But a port of Maine is not far behind.